A relationship involves two people from different backgrounds and upbringings coming together. So you cannot be the same in every aspect. You will certainly have your differences. There will be things you wished were different about your partner, or things you would want them to change. But those things should not be fundamental. They should be negligible things. You should be comfortable with it, even if your partner does not change. You should be compatible. Your values and beliefs must align. Important things like your vision and purpose that can influence your relationship must be present. Once you see that you are not compatible with the important things and you still find yourself hoping that they will change someday, that shows you are trying to force them to be right for you. If you are still in your relationship and you are holding on to your partner because you are hoping that they will change a lot of the things about you, then such a person is not right for you. Going ahead with the relationship will be setting yourself up for perpetual disappointment, anger, and resentment. There is no way you will be happy in such a relationship. Forcing someone to be right for you is never worth it. You would be better off alone than forcing someone to be in a relationship with you. If the person is not willing to change, then you should move on, because that person is not the right one for you. It is not one thing to be told what you did is wrong and your heart is broken that you did something wrong and you are still willing to change. That kind of person is a person that you can still think of going out with. But when someone does something wrong and they are corrected, but they feel they are right even till, that kind of person should not be forced to change. And when you are forcing that kind of person to change, it shows you are forcing the person to be the right one for you. Another way that shows that you are forcing someone to be right for you is when you begin to reduce your self-esteem so that you can impress the person. That is the most unfortunate aspect of a relationship, when a person begins to impress someone else just so that they can win their heart. This happens especially to ladies. When ladies meet a guy that they admire and have a crush on, then the guy does not have the same feeling and emotions for them in return. They usually get insecure and begin to look for ways to force themselves on the person. You must understand that relationships are not about emotions and feelings in their prime, but it is about commitment and a decision. So if you are forcing the person with emotional traps, you are forcing them against their will, which is like trapping someone in a cage and not allowing them to make their choice if they love you from their heart or not. That will cause a lot of dilemmas in the future, because there will come a time when the person gets forced to be married. They will respond with a bad attitude that can lead to the parting away of the marriage, which will lead to a lot of emotional trauma for you. There is always an appointed person for you who is right for you. You do not have to force yourself on anyone or try to impress anyone by not being yourself. When you are trying to be another person, only when you meet the person, you are living a fake life. You are reducing yourself all because of marriage. This is a danger zone that you should never try to walk in. Living a fake life just so that you get someone to like you because of how much you admire can be very dangerous. A relationship is supposed to be a dialogue. It is supposed to be between you and someone. It is more than how much you admire and like someone, but also their repose to you. When you meet a person who you know that does not love you, then you live a fake life to impress them. When you do this, you are reducing your value and relevance, not just to the person, but to those who are around you that might like you that you never knew of. This is so popular among ladies because of their eagerness to be in a relationship. They will do anything to be loved by the guy and even be who they are not, just to make sure they suit their taste so that they can love, appreciate, and bring them into their space in the name of a relationship. As a young lady, you should know that you are to carry yourself as someone who is expensive and not as someone who is cheap and can just be easily used anyhow by men. You must treat yourself as one who is expensive and understand there is nothing like the perfect and only person for me. There are people to pick and choose from. The ocean is filled with a lot of fish for the catch. Walk in dignity and own your value for a greater relationship. When you begin to focus on the relationship rather than the person, it is a sign and pointer that you are forcing yourself on the person. When you are going for a person, you have to ask yourself some questions because sometimes you can be making certain steps and decisions without thinking about it. When you begin to focus solely on the relationship instead of the person, and you begin to get concerned about if the person is giving you attention and how much the person loves you, all these will cause you to get insecure because you will begin to feel uncomfortable whenever you see the person with another person. This will make you so unhappy when you meet the person that it might even get to the point where you begin to preserve and protect your relationship with the person from not breaking because you love the person and want that person to be with you forever, but because you did not want people in the third party to speak and gossip about your relationship. So you're always thinking to the point where you get so depressed when you are in a relationship. It does not appear fancy on the outside because you see other people with those they love smiling on the road, but you and this person are never connected. Then you get angry every time because this is you forcing the person to be the right person for you. If they are the right person for you, you have a genuine love for them, whether it is going as planned or not. You are still happy about the person because you truly love them and they love you back. This is another sign that shows that you are forcing yourself on someone and forcing them to be the right one for you. When it comes to a genuine relationship and love, there will be no struggle for trust because this relationship is interwoven with love for each other. But if it is one person forcing themselves to love another person, there will be trust issues. When you are trying to trust and communicate with someone about your private matters, it is a sign that this is not the right person for you, and you should not go further to force them to be with you. You should leave that relationship with that person and stop forcing yourself to trust someone that you know does not love you back. When you meet the person that is the right one for you, there will be this genuine trust and love for someone, and the person loves you back. You will not find it hard to pour out your heart to them because of how free the person is opening up to you. When you are with the person that is always secretive about procrastinating about everything that they are going through in the future, it means that a person is hiding something and does not want to be with you, because if they love you, they will open up and even tell you the smallest details of their life. This is one proof of genuine love and interest from someone who is the right person for you. You know when they come around your space that there is a freedom that you feel comfortable speaking to them about private issues. Instead of wasting your trust on a person who you know does not love you back, why don't you just call them and end the relationship so that you are free from betrayal and emotional hurt when you give your trust and commitment to someone? It is as if you are giving yourself to that person. So when the person abuses that trust, it can be quite painful. So set yourself free from this hurt and stop trying to impress your friends, all in the name of having a boyfriend. Wait for the right time, when the right one will come, and you will know that this person is so loyal and faithful because they cannot leave a day without checking on you, and they always maintain their happy countenance regardless of the circumstance.